Hi ladies, hi gents. I want to share a quick video with you today, and it's a design team project for Wild Orchid Crafts, the Wild Bunch. So let me just move this out the way and then I'll just explain. I was lucky enough to go to the NEC in Birmingham last week for the craft show, and had a wonderful time, and I got to meet June Angel Pews. Hi June. And I was fortunate enough to find one of the new Prima metal frames. I think there's 4 designs, but I chose this one, and it's a metal piece that's just a frame, and it came in this sort of like this blue with the rust spots, and I thought, oh gosh, that's going to be a challenge for me. But I did it. So it's a bit mixed media, or a lot mixed media, so not my usual style, but I really hope you like what I've done with it, so I'm just going to show you. It's going to be quite hard to film actually. Actually, let me put the stand down because then I can lie it down. Okay, so you can see that it's a frame. It's a deep frame, and it comes with this amazing piece on the top. It's got 2 legs, and first of all I gave it a very light gesso, very light, all over. Okay, so where shall I start? Actually, maybe I should start at the top, so let me just zoom in at the top. So, hang on, adjust the camera a little bit. Okay, so I absolutely loved the shape on the top. It's absolutely stunning. Again, a very light gesso, and all I did was add 3 flowers here, because I really wanted this to stay as a feature, so I didn't want to add too much. So I've added some chrysanthemums, which are in the blue tone, and that's from the blue and aqua and white chrysanthemums, and these are gorgeous. And for that one I used this very pale sort of green colour. Hang on, I need to turn my camera battery on because it's flashing at me. So I used this pale bluey aqua colour. I gessoed all the flowers, and I sprayed them using a blue, a green and a brown glimmer mist, and I did that to all the flowers. So I used 2 of these, and the product code for these is QVR006, and you know I love the chrysanthemums. So I've used one either side, here and here, and then in the centre I used one of the Mahogany trellis roses, which are these ones, and the product code is MKX278, and these are beautiful. And again, I gessoed it and gave it a spray, and I had so much fun doing this, I really did. Okay, let me zoom out for a minute. Okay, I did put some paper on the back of the frame, and it was actually one of the backgrounds from Graphic 45. I think it was Lady's Diary. It's a sort of greeny colour, but you can't see much of it left. Okay, where to start? Okay, I'm going to start in this corner here. So if I zoom in here. Okay. So on top of the backing paper I actually have a paper doily under here. You can just see it peeping out on the edges very slightly. Again, I glimmer misted it and sprayed it all to coordinate with the colour scheme, and you get mixed doilies, paper doilies from Wild Orchid Crafts, and the product code is MKX246, and they come in different shapes, so there's circles, There's also, and they're creams and whites. There's also hearts, which are gorgeous. So I started with the paper doily, then I've laid 2 crochet doilies on top of that. One I glimmer misted or sprayed, and one I didn't because I wanted some of the cream just peeping through. I wanted the contrast just peeping through. I turned my camera on but I forgot to plug it in, so I'm just going to quickly do that, otherwise it will cut off. Let's see, has that done it? Yes. Gosh. Okay, then on top of that I had this flower shaped bottle cap, and it's about 2 inches wide and it's metal. So again, I gessoed it, sprayed it to get all the colours to match, you know, using the browns, the blues and the greens. Inside that I just put a vintage image of 2 ladies reading a letter, which I love this image, and I forgot to scan it before I used it, but never mind. I then put flat back pearls around the outside of the bottle cap, and they're the off-white, and the product code is MKX615. Then just on the petals of some of the bottle cap, I've just placed these tiny open roses, and they're in the light Mocha, and they're 10mm, and the product code is MKX032. And again, I gessoed and sprayed them, and I'm just so thrilled how that piece turned out. I really enjoyed doing this piece. So you can just see in a little bit more detail. Okay. So if I move over to this corner, and you can just see all the way around the inside I have added this scalloped lace. There is more, it's quite a deep, and again I sprayed it all and in the 3 colours before I added it to it, so you can just see in there all the colours. Okay, so on the back here I used some like burlap. I've used a couple of layers because there's actually, let me see, you won't be able to see, there is a second layer of burlap in there. You can just see here, just peeping out here. And so I started with those. So I took a little resin frame and again glimmer misted it in the colours, put some paper behind it, and then on this corner I added, let me zoom in a bit. On this corner I added one of the Filigree metal pieces from Wild Orchid Crafts, and I gessoed that and sprayed it. And this is the 10 small Filigree silver corners, and the product code is MKX184. So they're just tiny corners, and I thought it looked really cute just on the side of the frame. I just added a tiny cherub here. Okay, let me zoom out a little bit here. Okay, so here I've used some more of the chrysanthemums in the blue tone. There's a little light bulb in here which is gessoed as well. I've used some leaf ribbon again, which I sprayed, so that's just going down that way. Then this flower here, this big flower, let me see if I can, is made up of blooms and metal pieces with a metal button in the centre. So the blooms that I used are the 100 mixed brown and cream tone, and the product code is MKX115, and I used 2 of the sort of tan and 1 of the darker brown, and again I sprayed them and gessoed them, and I just love how they turned out. I really love it. And then on top of that I used 2 of the Filigree flowers, which are these. So I used 2 of those, and the product code is MKX388. And I just love how this flower turned out. I really love it. And then I've used a metal button in the centre. It really, I was so thrilled with it, I really was. And then just peeping out from behind that, I've used 3 of the hip rosebuds in the mixed blue. And again, I gessoed and sprayed them. And the product code for those is GST017. Okay. So then down in this corner, here, I've used more of the trellis roses here in the mahogany, and more of the hip rosebuds just peeping out here. And then I've used this beautiful big flower, which is the wild roses, and these are stunning, absolutely stunning. I absolutely love them. And they come in a mixed blue and white set. So let me take one out. So they look like this. So this is in the sort of aqua turquoise, but you get all tones of blues. And there's 25 of them, and they're 40 mil, so they are a large flower. And the product code is QVR071, and I absolutely love these. They are so gorgeous. So the one in this corner is actually a pale blue that I started with. You can just see the blue, and of course I gessoed and glimmer misted. And then down here I've used 2 of the daisies, no, the lilies, sorry, the mixed blue lilies, and the product code is MKX132, and I just love how they turned out. They really, I had so much fun doing these, I really did. I made quite a bit of a mess, but I had fun. And then I did use 2 more of the wild roses, or 3 more, sorry. I'll just show you here. On the outside of the frame here, I used 2 of the turquoise from the blue set and 1 of the white, so that the colours showed in a different way. And I also misted 2 doily flowers as well, just to peep out below. Yeah. But I absolutely love these wild roses. They are so gorgeous. And then just behind that I've used another large flower from Wild Orchid Crafts. It's one of the classic roses, but they no longer stock that, but I really wanted that in there because of the size of it. Okay, and then finally here I have one of the gardenia sprays just coming out over the lip, and that was in the Mocha gardenia spray, and the product code for that is MKX644. And I think that covers all the flowers. Okay, let me put the stand back. And then also I had a tiny trim that I used the 3 colours on, and then I just put that onto the outside edge just to finish it off. And I will add photographs at the end because this is quite a difficult thing to film. because of the dimensions of it, because it's almost like a shadow box in a way. But I am so thrilled how it turned out, and I really, really enjoyed doing the mixed media. And also I've got more of the leaf ribbon just going across in different directions as well. I think that's covered everything. I'm pretty sure it has. Okay, so that's my mixed media frame, and I'm just thrilled how it turned out. I was a bit overwhelmed at first when I started, but I really got into it, really enjoyed doing it, and made lots of mess and had lots of fun, so that's always good. So I really hope you like it. Let me know what you think, and I will speak to you all soon. Bye for now.